Hello, one and all. This is Captain Luckless, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I've been really enjoying reading all of your comments. I've read every single one, and I love reading them. I love that there's people out there that are maybe new to the channel or have been around for a bit and are sharing their passion for this kind of game and this world and are kind of filling me in on some of the backstory that I didn't experience because I hadn't played Fallen London or Sunless Sea too much. And I just wanted to read out this one thing that someone wrote about the Ratis Faber. They're intelligent rats capable of speech and often employed as artisans or thieves in Fallen London. So I'm just going to kind of, if there's something that I pick up that's kind of simple for me to present to you from the comments section about the lore, the backstory of the game, I'll read it out to you guys just so we can, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, we can kind of learn a bit about the older games at the same time. There's a couple of other things that you guys pointed out to me that I kind of overlooked, surprise, surprise, or I might have read and forgotten about. So the munitions I can trade for Bronzewood at Homestead, so I definitely want to do that because someone wanted Bronzewood. Yeah, Port Avon. So Port Avon wanted Bronzewood. So I'm definitely going to have to go and trade the munitions for that, and then I can come back to Port Avon and do a trade. The other thing was we could talk to crew members, and also I need to put this signaler at his post because I totally forgot about him. I had no idea. I never thought to click on them. I just saw the tooltip and I thought that was it. And I thought they made comments as we kind of moved along in the high wilderness, but I didn't realize that we could talk to them. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk to the Fatalistic Signalman and see what he has to say. His mustache is stained with nicotine. His Isambard line uniform is neatly pressed. He always expects the worst, confident in the knowledge that he will be disappointed. Trade tales of terror over tea and biscuits. He is reticent by nature, but can be coaxed into conversation over depressing stories with horrible endings. Oh, because we have two tales of terror. Do not have learning about the Fatalistic Signalman. Okay, and as I understand it, they might have like quests for you to complete, which sounds neat to me. Okay, what do you have to say? Let's talk about these tales of terror over tea and biscuits. Warming to the subject. Soon you are engaged in dismal competition. You raise the sad fate of Parliament and the tragic disappearance of the HML Parsifal. He counters with a story of his own past. I worked on the Isambard line. It was meant to ring the whole reach, a chain of accelerators and hour funnels to speed locomotives between the outer ports. I feel like we saw another part of like a station or part of the line when we got like further away. Doomed from the start it was. Some said cursed, but I reckon building a road around the skies just... is it bloody? Is that supposed to be bloody? I don't know what they're blocking out there. Difficult. It were never finished. He slurps his tea. I'd like to take a proper tour of the Reach, see exactly how stupid we were. So we traded all those two tales there. We have none left for that. Okay. Wants to go on a lengthy tour of the Reach. Accumulate 6 Reach port reports. Now, I wonder if that's... I'm assuming that that's going to be, like, cumulatively. Like, do we have to have 6 in our inventory, like, at the same time? Probably not. I guess we'll find out. You guys don't have to answer that, too. I'll probably find out when I turn in the port reports and take a look at this. His mustache... Okay, that's the same. Ask if he has seen enough of the Reach. As he stopped at each port on your journey, the signalman spoke with other signalers. He has filled a set of dog-eared notebooks and is now collating their contents into a book. Okay. Maybe I do need to collect 6. So that's it for the Fatalistic Signalman. What about the chief, the Incautious Driver? I have a feeling he wants to find the like homestead he crashed into, because he kept making comments every time we ran into a homestead. Oh, this is the one. The driver has no tolerance for uneventful voyages. When not on duty, they stare through the stained glass windows as if willing excitement to ride in on a wave of disaster. When they take the wheel, the rest of the crew grip the nearest available supports and whisper quiet prayers to the various gods. You can gamble. Rumors not intended for your ears suggest the driver is running an illicit poker game in the hold. Let's gamble. I'm down. We're luckless. Caught in the act. You enter the hold and find the game well underway. The driver sits cross-legged in front of a pile of freshly won sovereigns and 3 newly impoverished members of the crew. A stoker angrily throws an expensive-looking watch onto the pile of winnings and departs in a fury. The driver looks up. Captain, you care to make a wager? The driver deals the cards between the players, the cook, and a crewman, whose name you can't place at the moment, watch each other with barely disguised suspicion. Behind you, a small crowd gathers to see their captain's coin. 16% chance? What is our... I can't remember what our mirror stat is. I mean, it's a stupid thing to do. There's no way in hell we're gonna win. But is it worth one shot? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till our mirrors is higher. 'Cause 60% chance I'm not fond of. Any remaining crew around the circle relax as you stand to leave. The driver shuffles the cards, ready to begin the next round. Yeah, we can let the game continue. Driver nods to you, idly scratching an ear. Just for a moment, you spot something green winding around their finger. Huh. Learning more about the Incautious Driver. So I can gamble with him again if I want to. What are we at for that stat? 16. Oh, someone mentioned that there was like a cap of 25 on the stats. That seems strange though, because I'm so early in the game and I've already capped some of the stats. I'll have to double check that one. Because I'm like, I mean, I barely even played the game and I'm already capping the stats. That would be weird. Okay. What I want to do this time is we are going to find, first of all, I think we need to get some supplies, don't we? Yes. Maybe 4 supplies and 1 fuel. Fuel, we're not burning up as fast. Bronzewood, we'd like to fulfill that because look at the cash we're getting for that bronzewood. The other thing I wanted to check is there a way to... I thought there was a way to gain more, like, more welcome. Or just real apple trees. So that's if we want to lower our terror. Public house. Intercede in a mushroom. Oh, yeah, the mushroom. Oh, what have you mentioned to possibly the Blemmigan could share some information about one of our... What was it? Hybris? Arming creature across. Let's try this. Let's try to intercede. This should be interesting. The pub is out of scrumpy. The barman blames a creature. Cross between a mushroom and a jellyfish. It sways in its seat at the bar. Who does this creature belong to? Bellows a man. Fuchsia with rage. The Blemmigan he points at is a grizzled member of its species, most of whom were left behind in the Neath. The Neath, I'm assuming, is like Fallen London or whatever, or the sea. The Fuchsia gentleman roars in fury. Between bellows, the truth emerges. The Blemmigan is no one's pet, and far worse. No one will admit responsibility for its tab. The Blemmigan is unconcerned with the tumult. It nods its cap at you with grim respect, then flops a tendril into a mug of stout. It stares bleakly through the window. The Blemmigan is looking to sign on for one last journey. If you settle its bill, it will join you on your locomotive. A mascot? Jeez. This will give you a mascot that raises your iron by 2 and your mirrors by 1. Okay. How much does it cost? 50. Let's do it. I want this mascot so bad. We're gonna do it. Settle his bar tab. As the fuchsia gentleman inflates for a particularly prolonged diatribe about ill-mannered captains and their disorderly pets, the Blemmigan climbs to the bar top to consider your face. It likes what it sees. With a sound like a shoe being pulled from a swamp, the Blemmigan finishes its drink. It clambers up your arm. Okay, so how big is this thing? Clambers up your arm until it reaches your shoulder. From where it directs you to the door. It is experienced in surviving the cold of the heavens and the heat of those too cowardly to traverse them. It respects you. It will serve you well. Oh, we were at our welcome again. In occurrence, your Blemmigan Voyager quality is now 1. 50 sovereigns, we're at 72. Okay, we really got to make some money. We're running super low. Head upstairs. I'm not interested in this club. Cider, no. Cyclopean Ruins. Okay. Now we do have... Oh, okay, so this is just more terror reduction. 64, 54. What are we at now? It's mirrors that we're super low on. So it was good that we got the Blemmigan. And we need to equip them. There we go. Does that raise our chances? How do we gain... There's something about, like... Here we go. Share exotic gossip. I thought we had some, but no, Salon Stew gossip. Caddy of Dry 2. We haven't gotten either of those. Okay, we're going to take off, and here's the plan. I am going to check this area out. And worst case scenario, I find nothing. And we go to the homestead, and then I could trade in the munitions for the... I could trade in the munitions for the wood, and we could come back to Port Avon. But this Port Prosper. It's either going to be there or like... I guess it could be there or like way up here. Because someone mentioned that the directions are usually accurate. And then this is like a starter area, so it can't be too far. I hope it's there. Here we go. I always turn the wrong way. And I could also go back to New Winchester and give those port reports. It's also another option. I don't know if we get money for it or if we just get sway with the faction. I just loaded our next set of fuel. I'm a bit nervous every time. Oh, there's our crew. And I didn't talk to the Blemmigan. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him after. Lights in the distance. A stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. Look at the background. That's so cool. Wait, where are we now? that was like, that's the company house, I think. And what's this? That's just the other side of company house, I guess. Please tell me it's up here. It really doesn't look like it, does it? It's not. Shoot. Let's check down here then. After we go to the homestead. Marauders prowl, the dim grows. Defiance. I'm not afraid of marauders, unless there's like... unless there's a bunch of them. Is that one there? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's an abandoned homestead. Its roof sagged, its windows empty of glass. For every settler that makes a life for themselves in the Reach, another is lost. Didn't we... We already talked to these people, though. Perhaps settlers left something behind. Success. Booty. You find bottles of homemade wine in the cellar, pots of meat pickling under the soil by the doorstep, and salvageable tools in an overgrown shed. Modest treasures that could mean the difference between life and death if your fortunes turn. One supplies. Perfect. Well, so much for my plan. Okay, that's definitely an enemy, right? Looks like it's stuck. Oh, shoot. Another one. They're trying to ram me. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm overheating. Nice try. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, no. Oh, no. I overheated. That's not good. Careful. It's almost dead. Is he running? Got it. That's intense. You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Humming a song of victory. You loot the hold, strip the engine for materials. We're like at half health, so maybe we should just get the materials. Okay, good. Your crew go to work eagerly, vaulting out into the bright. Tools at the ready. The stripping of the Marauder is slow and painful work. They're cobbled together of stolen parts. Finding suitable fits for your own engine is a process of trial and error. Many of your crew will have lost friends, family, lovers, the Marauders. It speeds the work. So the one thing I need to pay attention to is that it's not always the same. Some things have different... some of these parts have different writing, so I've got to pay attention because I don't want to miss out on anything. What are we at? Okay. We're more than halfway to our next level. I don't know. Barslar's Folly? You can check that out, but let's check out what's over here. Looks like... Looks like nothing. Okay. Barslar's Folly. What's going on here? Guess it's just like a signal house. Where the hell do I have to go then? Man, do I have to go all the way up here? I must have to go all the way up there. I'm not sure that I have enough resources to do that. But we're gonna do it anyways. Was there a homestead I could hit up? Maybe there's one there. This is where they all those bandits were. I think there's one there. More marauders. Keep calling them bandits. Should be calling them marauders. Oh, we could take this opportunity to talk to the mascot. Your Blemmigan Voyager perches on the back of a chair in the bridge. It is gazing through one of the stained glass windows. Is it bored, awestruck, searching for something? Focuses Roger Blemmigan. Its focus is elsewhere. You're sure to startle it. Oh, that's fine. Just as your hand closes on the Blemmigan, it reaches a tendril out and gently bats your arm away. None of that it conveys. It hasn't even turned to face you. Okay. Nice conversation. Thank you. Glad we had that shot. I'm going. I don't have time for this. We're on a mission. My terror is getting pretty high. I can also hit up, why don't we go to the Memorial to the Unknown Rat. That will help out our terror a bit. It's been a while since we've been there. It's kind of cool. Like, you really have to plot out the path you're going to take because you can't carry that many supplies. Your resources are limited, or at least they are for me right now. Okay, so I assume we just like hang out around it. All right, good enough. Lipkin's Field, we're almost there. So having some trouble. Oh, here we go. Here's the homestead. Another abandoned homestead. I swear there were people here before, wasn't there? That's not a good sign. Success. I didn't even check the chances. 2 more supplies. Perfect. Now we're low on fuel. Okay. I like how the engine kind of banks just a little bit. Oh, there's a wreck here. I'm gonna try to get some fuel from this. The Paper Tiger. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark. Its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within it. Mourn the dead. 35% chance to signal the wreck. So I guess this is, we're taking a 33% chance of finding some crew members. I don't really... Here's the problem with doing this, is we're probably going to fail. We're probably going to lose some crew members, so let's just mourn the dead. A simple ceremony, doffed caps, a few words, a gloomy silence, but it helps. The only decency in the skies is that we bring ourselves... We reduce our terror too. Perfect. Whoa, where did you come from? Okay. You're probably the one that destroyed the paper tiger. Tons of fighting going on over here. Okay, this looks promising. Broken habitation long abandoned. Look at how far we are from New Winchester. Well, I don't have the same. Can't investigate that. What are we at? 2. We're gonna have 1 fuel. Oh. Rumble of far off refineries. Distant searchlights break the sky. Okay, this is something. What's under scout? Oh my god. That's got to be it. Man, it's far. Oh shoot. I see red light. Port Prosper, yes. Oh, what a sight for sore eyes. Where's the dock? The Mornington. Aberthat Span. Mornington, Aberthat Span. Okay, I think we can go under that, right? Thank God. Agbanon Spring. We got so much experience. Queen's Cross Station, crammed at the feet of a hulking crag. Port Prosper is a little London, divided into an affluent West End and an impecunious East. That's another word I'm not familiar with. But I'm assuming it means like a poorer East End. Queen's Cross is a busy station, crowded with engines that have arrived through the nearby transit relay from Albion. So this is, we've got a transit relay to go to Albion, which is going to be another larger area, right? We can explore its narrow streets huddled in the shadow of a great crag, deliver the Fastidious Inspector, offer transport to settlers, recruit the Incognito Princess, the Parsimonious Chairman's offices, the offices of the Windward Company on Port Prosper are elegantly appointed, if antiquated. Parsimonious. All right. Ask about the Albion Transit Relay. Cul-de-sac close to the Port Prosper dock. That's cool. So we could go to another land if we wanted to. So explore the port. Wealthy West Enders strut by, exchanging polite greetings and veiled gossip, while sooty East End workers file to the hour refining factories. So yeah, the working classes on the east, and they're refining hours here. Peeling posters promise fresh, wholesome lives in the reach to new arrivals, but most of the posters are years old. More newcomers arrive at Port Prosper than ever leave it. Rate a port report. Very little happens at Port Prosper, but someone might take an interest. Okay, let's do that. The factories continue to belch out smoke. Well over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade, at a respectable distance from their chaperones. Of course, there's a brief. We gotta keep decorum intact here. There was a brief protest outside the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. So we get a sense that like people aren't really happy with what's going on in like the heart of of the ruling class. The scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Okay. So that's our third or fourth port report. Possessions. Yeah, 3 port reports. And we need 6 for our chief engine for the signaler. Okay. What is this? Do not have amusements on Port Prosper. So, okay. You know, our terror's pretty low. If this is a one-time thing, maybe we can hang on to it for later. It is apparently the Feast of the Red Saint. Or is this like a time-based thing? I don't know. Untroubled. Let's hang on to it. Just in case it's one-time use only. And that was it, right? Okay. Let's deliver the fastidious inspector, finally. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at a clock tower that is being raised above the station. Let's hope she's happy with this one. It is tangled with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and the cries of workmen. Accept your payment. The inspector will depart. Be sure you've held any conversations with her that you wish to. Oh, I see. You'll receive fuel and supplies in addition to a sum of money. Ensure you have 6 spaces in your hold before accepting. We do not have 6 spaces in our hold. We should talk to her. How do I do that? We did talk to her, though, didn't we? Can't talk to her here. I do remember talking to her. I can't remember what it is that we did to engage in the conversation. Interesting. So 6 in our hold. What do we have? It's the munitions and stuff. So I could sell the 2 munitions. Let's take a look at the shops. Verdant seeds. 25. It's probably worth buying those if we can. Because we'll at least be able to almost double the value, because I think they sold for 40 at New Winchester. Oh, I can't sell the munitions? Guess they're not looking for the munitions, right? I could sell the supplies for half the amount, because I'm going to get some. Maybe I should wait. Since I have a port here, I could just explore this area a bit more with the supplies that I do have. Let's get some fuel, though. No, we're not. No. We're not selling. We can buy a fuel. We can explore around the area a bit, and we can come back and drop her off. I think that's the best plan. Incognito Princess. Well, let's talk to her. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara sits on her brow. Love it. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her, refugees from old London and a common sight. Although not in such numbers, she ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. Yeah, incognito indeed. Offer a berth on your locomotive. She would certainly make an interesting addition to your crew. Oh, she would be a first officer, which we need, right? This will get you a first officer who will increase your mirrors by 6, your hearts by 2. which would be good. Hearts we don't really need. And your affiliation, Boheme by 1. 100 sovereigns, though. She's pricey. Not right now. Maybe later. Parsimonious Chairman's offices of the Windward Company. Okay, let's go talk to them. The offices of the Windward Company on Port Prosper are elegantly appointed, if antiquated. Paintings of old London adorn the walls. The parsimonious chairman has work for ruthless captains. Okay, I'm not sure if I'd really describe myself as ruthless, but I know how to get the job done. He sits behind his imported mahogany desk, a decanter of brandy at his left hand, and a series of neatly stacked reports at his right. A fire has been lit in the cavernous hearth. It is too warm. He likes it warm. He's also missing a tooth there. Nice detail. Listen to the parsimonious chairman's offer. He promises an opportunity for profit. Do not have his delight. Okay. He pours the brandy into 2 glasses, then produces a ruler to measure the amounts. He's got to make sure that he doesn't give too much, you know. To business, he smiles, revealing the extensive damage to his teeth. I was a pugilist back in London, a young man's game. I can tell he's got that boxing mustache. He stands at the window, watching the starlight. I know what pugilist means because I'm a boxing fan. Watching the starlight bathe the sloping streets of Prosper. This place exists because of constant work. From the politicians who planned it, to the pioneers who built it, to the soldiers who even today defend it from the Tacitais. Which I believe that's how you pronounce it. Someone corrected. I was saying Tacitais. I think it's Tacitais. But you can correct me again if I'm wrong. We have need of more such work. Bring me nameplates from Tacitai engines. We keep a list. You'll be rewarded. Nameplates. So we just need to find the names. We don't actually have to kill them. No. It says, accept his offer. You will hunt Tacitai locomotives and provide their nameplates for the parsimonious chairman. I like them, though. Not right now. Maybe later. The parsimonious chairman sighs as though used to disappointment. He allows you to finish your brandy before ringing a little bell. The secretary escorts you out. Escorts you out. My door, the chairman says, as you leave, is always open. So we can always go back and take that. Okay. What is our 32 with the Tacitais? The stovepipe's 21. So we are definitely favoring the Tacitais for now. But we're still 50-50 between the two. Okay, stories. Going back to the station. Ask about the Albion Transit Relay. I'd love to find out about that. Their locomotives can secure passage to the far-off territories of Albion, where London lies. Another captain may have useful information about the relay. Okay, let's ask about it. A garrulous captain is delighted to have an excuse to talk. I'm happy to help, Captain. Happy to help. They point down the docks. There you are. Keep going past the port. You can't miss it, if you've good eyes. You might even be able to see it from here. Passage ain't free, mind. You can travel first class if you have ministry stamp permit. We heard about some of those permits. Or you can bring a couple of barrels of hours to travel second class, which we don't have. I think you could couldn't we get permits if we gave in reports to the company, Windward Company? I thought I remembered something like that. I see. So we need hours or we need the permits. Okay. I am going to explore a bit around this area. Maybe I can go back to this wreck as well. And use up some of our fuel and supplies, and then we can drop off the timekeeper afterwards. I wish I could I have 52. I'm really running low on cash. Is there not any, like... I wish I could find some more opportunities here. Doesn't seem like there are any. Like opportunities for trade. It's just the bounty. I am considering this though, because I did talk about like the idea of playing the two sides off of each other in order to like benefit from the war. That's an opportunity for our character. I'm just not sure. I kind of like the Tacitais, so I'll see how I'm feeling. But Spectre. Oh, offer transport to settlers. I didn't do this. Explorers, adventurers, and pioneers gather here, freshly arrived from Albion, all awaiting transport further into the Reach. Would-be pioneers clamor at the station, eager to make their fortunes amongst the stars. A settler settled, delivering a settler. Okay, this could be good. My friend has been sending me postcards from Port Avon, and I've never seen anything so quaint. You must take me there. She rushes into your vessel as soon as you finish shaking hands. Excellent. I'll stay out of your way then. You'll hardly even notice me. Any luck and you'll forget I'm even here. Okay. So we could go back to Port Avon. Man, I really wish I had made it here last time, because then... Because I did that. I kind of went around twice trying to find Port Prosper. Could take the trip back. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to wrap up this episode here and take a break. I'm trying not to record for an hour and a half. Those episodes are far too long. So I'm going to think about what to do. I could... Options are we can just explore around and come back and deliver the Fastidious Inspector. We can kind of explore a bit and go to Port Avon. Like kind of get into these areas a little bit more. Drop that tourist off, or that settler, sorry, and then come back to Port Prosper when we're low on resources. And there's also that, there's also the Tacitai, collecting those nameplates. That's always an option. I'm going to think about it for the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I love the comments. Keep them coming. I really, especially the ones about the backstory and sharing your thoughts on the story of Luckless as well. Another thing that I forgot to mention was that these things are kind of just like facets of our life. They didn't have to happen in chronological order. So once we get a little bit more facets of our life, I'd like to try to weave together a story, a consistent story for Luckless. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll throw out some ideas, and if you guys want to share your ideas as well, I'll incorporate them and try to write something out. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I love that this game has the opportunity to do that. That's really fun. Thank you so much for watching. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one, and I love you all.